What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at raid teams and the general basics of how to build a raid team. Keep in mind I'm no expert in raids, at least not yet, because this is pretty much my very first raid team. I didn't switch around any of these units, and I pretty much just last rune removal I decided to rune them up, throw them in, and they're actually able to do it all the way till R5, but I'm not able to farm R5 that safely because I'm actually missing a bit of utility in my team. I'm just gonna very quickly go through the runes of my monsters, and then I'm gonna explain my reasoning for putting these monsters in my raid team and why they work and why I think they don't work as well as I think they could be. Next month I'm going to be replacing a lot of these monsters with other monsters that I'm raising right now and I'm going to try to head towards farming R5 because I think I should be able to if I switch out some of these units. So for now I'm using Xingza and Darien in the front line. Xingza is on defense, crit damage attack. Darien is on defense, HP defense. Mananan is on attack, crit damage attack. Kona is on speed HP. Colleen is on speed HP accuracy, and Praha is on speed HP as well. I could put defense on Praha and throw her in the front line because her defense is actually quite high. So maybe next month I might switch out these two runes into defense runes and put Praha in the front line. So what you need in your raid team, the very basics of what you need in a raid team are obviously frontline tanks. You need to have people that can tank the front line and absorbs the damage. This skill, the one where the dragon puts his head down and like smacks your face, or smacks his face into your face. You know, that move is the one why you need the high defense frontline tanks, because that move scales with, like, it does more damage based on enemies' defense. So you need to have less defense. I mean, you need to have more defense to negate more damage, basically. So you need to just have a lot of defense on your frontline tanks. I probably would not recommend only having 2 guys in the front line. I think it would be a lot better if you could put more frontline tanks, maybe at least 3. But you can definitely do it with 2 if your 2 frontline tanks are strong enough. And I think if I rune my Xingza like on full, just full tanky stats, and replace Darien with Diaz, I might be able to do it with 2 frontline tanks. But that's going to require a lot of different runes, and definitely not doable with my current runes. So I have 2 people in the front line, and I have 4 people in the back line. These 4 people are the 2 in the front line are just tanks. The 4 people in the back line, I have a DPS, a cleanser, a dumb healer. This is what the other people call healers that have a buff attached to their heal. They normally don't they like to spam their heal whenever it's off cooldown because it has a buff, so they don't necessarily heal whenever they need to. They just heal whenever they can. That's why they're called dumb healers. And then smart healers are healers like Bella and Praha and basically anyone, or area or something like that. People that have heals that just heal, and don't have any buffs attached to them. In Ariel's case, the buff is also a healing buff, so he won't use it when enemies, unless your allies are on like low HP. So these are what you call smart healers. I actually don't think you need to have both a dumb and smart healer. You could have just like 1 dumb healer or 2 dumb healers. It's probably better to have 2 dumb healers than 2 smart healers because they might save their heals for like when everyone's on half HP, and it might cause your team to die sometimes. So you want to have utility on every single one of your monsters. Utility is pretty much king in raids. You need to have utility over everything else. Like, damage is not that important. I know I'm like doing a shit ton of damage with Mananan, but I'm actually planning to replace Mananan with Hua in the future because Mananan actually doesn't provide. Well, Mananan does provide utility only a little bit, but he doesn't do it that much. You need to have debuffs on your units. You need to make sure all your units have some sort of specific debuff for the boss. The 2 most important debuffs you want to have on the boss at all times are the attack debuff. This is the most important one. If for whatever reason you don't have attack debuff, there's a very high chance of your team just dying. So you need to make sure you have at least one monster that has attack debuff on their first skill, so they can spam it a lot. And preferably that monster should be on revenge. This way, whenever the boss attacks, there's a very high chance of that monster revenging and then attacking the boss and putting attack debuff on the boss. So, that's probably the most important thing you want to have in your raid team. Colleen provides that. That's why you see Colleen in a lot of raid teams. In like 99% of raid teams, you'll see Colleen, because Colleen provides the two most important debuffs for the boss: the attack debuff and the anti-healing debuff. The reason why you want to have the anti-healing debuff is because the boss also like regains life every single time he attacks. It kind of serves as a life drain kind of mechanic. So you want to make sure you have you have an anti-healing debuff, or else the boss is just going to keep healing back. The fight will never end, and the boss will get stronger and stronger every single time he uses his third skill. So you want to make sure you have the attack debuff and anti-healing debuff on the boss at all times. Alright, let's see what I get. Let's just I have not gotten anything really good yet. Alright, this is it's a destroy rune. I never use destroy runes, but I'm gonna still get it anyways because it's something I might be able to use in the future. And it's an enchanted gem, so it's a gem, not a grind zone, so I can put crit rate on other things. Alright, so the second most important thing you want to have is, well, actually, like, Colleen provides the most important and second most important thing. The third most important thing you want to have is a cleanser. Obviously, you want to make sure you have someone that can take off debuffs for you. In my case, I use Kona. In his case, he has Ariel. In this guy's case, he has Annabelle. So pretty much you'll see on all raid teams, there will be one unit that takes off some sort of debuff. Takes off the enemy's debuffs. Because the boss has multiple debuffs that he puts on you. He puts on you a slow, an attack debuff, and also the Oblivion debuff. And the Oblivion debuff is one of the reasons why Veramos isn't really viable for raids, because once he gets Oblivion, he can't remove the Oblivion, and you pretty much have to wait like 2 turns before he can actually use his passive again. So you need to have someone that has a spell instead of a passive that removes debuffs, or else the boss's Oblivion is going to counter you. Also, the next most important thing, I think, the rest are kind of bonuses. They're not really like absolutely needed. You don't need to have a slow debuff. You don't need to have the glancing debuff, but they're also very, very nice to have. So a lot of those units that provide that and can serve as other roles are units like Diaz, like Darien, because they can serve as a frontline tank. They also have a very powerful passive that reduces the damage of all allies. This is one of the reasons why in R4 I can run like a Mananan on full attack and still be able to survive, because I have some sort of damage reduction for him. He's not like taking the full damage of the dragon. He's getting a 15% damage reduction from Darien's passive. And my Darien rune's not even maxed out, but this one has like a lot of defense, so I decided to just throw this on him. And Shings is kind of a very awkward, weird monster to have in raids, because he doesn't actually provide any key debuffs, but the only thing he does provide is a leader skill and a shit ton of damage. Basically, he's able to serve as 2 roles for me: tank the front line and do a shit ton of damage. You definitely don't need a monster like this. This is definitely just a luxury monster. You don't need to have Shingza to do anything. You can still do a lot of damage even without someone even without Nat 5s, basically. Even just by putting a different monster in. But if your goal is to aim for R5, you need to make sure every single one of your monsters has some sort of utility, and that's one of the reasons why I think Mananan is not viable for R5, because he doesn't provide any sort of utility. The only type of utility he provides is when the boss puts the attack debuff on him, he might be able to throw it back to the boss with his first skill if my Kona didn't revive it. That's why it's a little bit tricky, and I'm planning to actually replace him with Hua, because Hua has attack bar decrease and the slow debuff for the boss. So right now my team is missing 2 types of debuffs, 2 types of pretty key debuffs. the slow and the glancing debuff. So I'm thinking in the future maybe I can replace Darien with Brian, because not Brian, Diaz, because I have a Diaz raised and max skilled and ready to use, and Diaz has the new resistance leader skill, which might make Praha not as good for raids. So I can actually switch my Praha back to Despair, and instead run Chasun in this slot. This way I can have glancing debuff, and then Chasun also provides more heals than Praha, because Praha's first and second skill actually doesn't do anything to the boss really. And then I can switch out Kona and put in Delphoy for the front line, and then Delphoy can also provide another slow debuff. This way I have pretty much every single type of debuff I'll need to fight the boss. But that's for like another video once I have my R5 team ready. So, you know, just a really quick recap what the things you need for a general, like really basic, you know, R3, R4 team. You can pretty much do this with a lot of farmable units, I think. And you can do this with a lot of the unfarmable units as well. Just basically a few nat 4s, just some random nat 4s. They definitely do work a lot better in R4. Like, you know, the rarer monsters do work a lot better in R4 because most of the time they provide more useful leader skills, and that's why I'm like running 3 nat 5s, because I'm running these monsters because I'm able to switch around their leader skills quite a bit. Just you know, depending on what leader skills my teammates have. So you need frontline tanks. That's the most important thing. You can't not have frontline tanks. If your frontline is too squishy, then there's a really high chance of your team wiping, and you know, you're gonna die. And then the second thing you want to have is attack debuff. Attack debuff is the most important debuff. You want to make sure it's on the boss at all times. So you want to make sure you have at least one unit that has attack debuff on their first skill, so they can spam it quite a lot, and make sure it's always, and preferably on revenge. This way whenever the boss attacks, there's a high chance of them putting the attack debuff on the boss, and high accuracy as well, obviously, to land the debuffs. And Colleen's really good because Colleen provides both that and the third most important debuff, which is the anti-healing debuff. So you want to make sure you have that as well. And then afterwards you want to make sure you have a cleanser, someone that can cleanse the enemy's debuffs. We're going to see what I have. Hopefully some speed. So, alright, flat HP on a will rune is meh, but I think I can still use it. Whatever. Yes, let's do another run. Let's just do another run really quickly. And it lags like crazy. Alright, so once you have these three things, frontline tank, attack and healing, anti-healing debuff, and a cleanser, your other few units you can put in either, you need to make sure you at least have a dedicated healer, like some main healer besides Colleen, because Colleen, you know, to be honest, she doesn't provide enough heals. The heal is more of a bonus. You kind of need her mainly for the 2 debuffs. And her healing also has the attack buff, which is really nice. But that's, you know, those are all like bonuses pretty much, I think. So I think we're not going to do any more. Just, you know, it's probably really hard to find people. So I'm going to go back to my monster box. And afterwards, you want to make sure you have some sort of, you know, I would say it would be really nice if you have a damage dealer that provides some sort of useful debuff. In my case, I'm using Manana because he has a little bit of utility. He can put the attack and slow debuff. He can throw it back to the boss because of the third king, the first skill of the Sea Kings. They have the ability to throw it back. But I think another more reliable unit might be Hua. I think in R3 and R4 you can definitely just throw in another, like a random DPS unit that doesn't have any sort of utility for a DPS. It might work. I think it definitely will work because it has worked for me. So you can probably throw in Theomars or something for your DPS. But this is more of a bonus. You don't actually need to do this. You might be able to do enough damage with just tanks and a bunch of debuffers. You know, if you have the right units, it should work. But I can't guarantee that you'll make it over the 30% mark, if you know, in damage. But for now, like you can provide a lot of debuffs and you can cross the 30% mark. So you definitely don't need a lot of tanks. I mean, not tanks. You don't need a lot of DPS units. Those are more of just bonuses. And then afterwards, you want to make sure all of the units, all of your units above have either have a good leader skill or able to tank the front line or provide a lot of utilities. You want to make sure they can fulfill multiple roles instead of just one, because your raid slots are very limited. They're only 6 units, and you want to be able to provide pretty much every single debuff or every single useful PvE debuff in the game. Have frontline tanks, have cleanses, and have heals, and possibly have DPS at the same time. Fit all that into 6 units. That's basically the name of the game for raids. So I'm sorry I don't have a very clear answer. I don't have a go-to team that I can give you guys that's fully farmable. But for now, this is the general basics of how to build a raid team, just the concept of building a raid team. So hopefully this helped you guys out, and I'll definitely be back with an R5 team after my rune removal video. And I think my R5 team is actually a lot more, it's going to be more farmable than the team I have now. I just happen to use these units because I have these Nat 5s, not because they're needed. But I'm actually thinking of replacing Praha with Chasun, and Chasun is a lot easier to get. For a lot more people have Chasun than Praha because Chasun's Nat 4, Praha's Nat 5. And Diaz, if anyone played for long enough and did the Diaz Hall of Heroes, a lot of people have Diaz. You can definitely use Darien instead, but Darien definitely is not as good as Diaz because Darien doesn't have has one less debuff than Diaz. Diaz actually has a higher chance to land the attack debuff, and Diaz has the anti-healing debuff as well. Diaz has a stronger passive, Diaz has more defense, Diaz also has a leader skill, so Diaz is pretty much in every single way better than Darien for raids. The only thing Darien does a little bit better than Diaz is just provide a little bit more DPS because of his his damage scaling skills with HP. So I have a Diaz prepared right now. I don't have him runed up, and I'm planning to also replace Kona with Delphoid because Kona's really squishy. I want to have one more frontline tank for raids, so I'm planning to build a Delphoid and put Delphoid in the front line. This way Delphoid can serve as a third frontline tank for me and provide the the immunity plus cleanse plus a small heal. So you want to have units that fill multiple roles basically. That's pretty much the thing you want the most in your raid team. You want to have utility above everything else. You want to have multiple types of utility above everything else. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So it's pretty good to be able to make another one of these guide videos again, because I've pretty much been slacking off quite a lot in Summoner's War for the past month or so. Haven't made a very detailed guide video in a long time, and this is definitely not the end. I'm gonna make a R5 team very, very soon once rune removal comes around, which is next weekend. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out. What is up, guys? Welcome back. I was doing guild battle. I was about to start a guild battle, and I thought I might as well record it. Why not? I actually didn't even plan the right team to do this guild battle. I just threw in some random units and hoped it worked. But I am fighting literally the last guy on the list because I'm lazy a lot of the time. So we're just gonna hit this Theomars and see if he dies. Would have liked to proc the violent, but yeah, I think I can whack him pretty hard. All right, he's dead. He's gonna die next turn. So just work on this Bella. Wait for him to do a stupid triple crush. Take that off, and then once Xingzi gets a turn, he's pretty much dead. Chloe might cut in front of my Xingzi. I'm gonna use this actually offensively just to make sure my Xingzi cuts ahead and finishes off Theomars. And then I think we pretty much win. We just finish off Bella and finish off Chloe. This is literally the last guy on the list. I'll pick the harder guys in the next fight. I wasn't even planning to record this. I just thought it would be a good idea, just for the hell of it, just as a bonus section, to the raid video, which I literally just recorded. Yep, Shinzo is super OP. I'm a little bit faster, I think, than their Zaros, but I think even if they go first, I should be fine because Basalt can. My Basalt's pretty fast, and he's. Oh my god, he got to move before my Trevor. Oh wow. Man, the Pioneers are so annoying with their first skill. Like, it has a 25% chance, but it's when it does happen, it's so annoying. Alright, definitely gonna be fighting a bit harder, guys, once because this is the last guy on the list. I was planning to go lazy on this skill battle. But then I thought might as well record it, you know. Why not? Alright, we're gonna fight someone harder. We're gonna go to the end of the list. Alright, lazy. Oh, I love those teams with Theomars plus Ritesh. That is just beautiful. Alright, let's see what I can do. Should I just do this? No, Ritesh is gonna focus on Kona, which is definitely a bad idea. Could just throw in like a Praha or something for Ritesh to hit. There we go. Throw in a Praha. Should I use Resist Leader? Let's use Resist Leader. Resist Leader instead of HP Leader, I think is a little bit better. We both have Speed Leader, but I have the fastest Speed Leader because I'm nat 4. And he has no attack bar fill. I'm running Trevor against these guys. Probably not the best idea. I should just go Pheromos. There's no point using Galleon. I'll still use Trevor because Trevor is really OP. And then I need to make sure Pheromos can keep removing the anti-healing debuff. And then I throw in a healer pretty much. Throw in someone with a strong heal. Might as well use Basalt, just, you know, defensive heal. Do I need this much heal for this team? Let me think. Should I just throw in Megan? Megan can... If I go first with Megan, I can kill Theo. No wait, if I go first with Megan, if I attack bar fill with Megan, I can probably go faster than the Theo. Unless he's a speed Theo, I should be able to go faster than him. And no, I'm just gonna use Bella. Screw Megan. It's because I don't have Orion rune, I don't have Bernard rune. My team is a complete, like my box is a complete mess this month. But everything's gonna change next month. I'm gonna start tryharding. Oh my god, that was frickin' hack. Oh wait, I can't heal. I can't hit this guy. I regret bringing Trevor. That was retarded. Well, let's just hit the Lulu. See if I can stun. Well, we're gonna put this debuff on Trevor. Reduce their attack bars a bit just so they get less turns. Vermos might be able to cut in front, this way Trevor can lifesteal again. Alright, that's very nice. But Trevor is able to lifesteal this turn. Man, that Jolten's really annoying. So is this Lulu. It's like a mini aerial. Yeah, but it's fine. Like with defense debuff, they won't be doing too much damage. And Vermos can keep removing the armor breaks every single turn. And Basalt should be able to sustain these two, no problem. So I'm just going to keep provoking the Escher. Jolten's going to hit whoever because there's no elemental advantage against anyone. And the... Oh wait, this guy's not even... I thought, like, in the back of my mind, I kept thinking he was an Escher, but he's not. He's just the water one. But I knew he was water. That's what I was about to say. He's gonna keep hitting my Trevor, and we just basically keep CCing him until we kill this Jolten. Yep, Jolten's passive is definitely super annoying. I think he's on like full revenge or something like that, or violent revenge. Alright, so that's the fight. That's the first fight. This skill battle definitely isn't that hard, but gives me a pretty good chance to try out some stuff. Let's see if we can armor break this Theo. Should I just use this offensively? I think I can afford to, because Praha also has a second heal. And then I do this. Oh my god, I didn't do enough damage. That was retarded. That was freaking dumb. Oh my god. I'm alive. I'm alive. I am alive. Alright, it turns out that resist leader probably still is not the best. What should I do? Should I bet that I can stun Theo, or just put a lot of damage on this guy? I think I need to stun Theo. Stun! Stun! Yes! Oh man, that was retarded. I still lose. I regret using that heal offensively. No, I regret not having more attack on my Shinza. Alright, this fight is retarded. That was bullshit. That was bull. Oh fuck! I should have used Megan. Oh my god, why did I bring Bella? If I had Megan, I would have had attack buff, and then he would be dead, and my Praha would still heal up last turn. Wait, I found YOLO swag for life. This guy's been on my friend list for a long time. Definitely should hit him. Alright, that was the most retarded guild battle ever. Yeah, but no more of that shit. That was so dumb. So first fight, should I switch this team? I think this team does okay. Put in Colleen just for more attack debuffs and stuff. And anti-healing, because they have like a shit ton of heals, but they also have a bunch of removes. I don't think the Sarian's ruined up. I think I just need to kill them really fast, so I'm gonna use Galleon, Mananan, and Kona. Wait, Kona's gonna get the first turn. Wait, is my Kona faster or is my Galleon faster? 175. I think my Galleon's faster. 183. Alright, that's good. Now, what do I do for the second fight? Basically, I should just tank it out, right? I should literally just brawl this out. What's a good monster for that? Alright, Basalt. We're just gonna defense buff, high resist, and actually screw resist. Actually, wait, we need the resist because it's Galleon and shit ton of armor breaks. But they're probably gonna armor break us anyway, so might as well go HP. Yeah, the second fight's definitely RNG because they're gonna get the first turn no matter what, and a lot can happen in one turn. So we're gonna see what happens. Maybe Theomars will decide to hit Shinza or something. Alright. Oh my god, I attack bar filled the wrong guy. I think we're fucked. Why did I do that? I literally just fucked this fight. I have just fucked up this fight. What is going on? Okay, I still got him. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're still good. We're still good. Okay. Took a lot of unnecessary damage, but we're still okay. I'm actually gonna research self to get my heal ready, and then I'm going to. Oh yeah, I can armor break him because my attack bar is full. I mean full. Yeah, my attack bar is full. Oh man, and on revenge is so broken. Alright, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, my Pra has will runes, I forgot. Will rune OP. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, hit my Shinza. He really likes that. Should I kill Galleon first, or should I just try to kill this Theomars? Alright, we're gonna try to kill this Theomars. Can I afford to save my heal for... Well, my Basalt has heal, so I can I can save Praha's heal. Oh wait, no, my Basalt just uses heal. Alright, let's just let's just decrease his attack bar, and Xingza's really OP with his OP passive. So he can survive one more turn, and then I heal him back. And we finish off DMRs. Yeah, that's why Xingza's so OP, because like you only need one tanky rune on him, and he's able to tank frontline raid in R4. That passive is so broken. The 25% damage reduction. Even if they crit or anything, it still does like a lot less damage. If you have like high defense or high HP on him, you're gonna be taking a lot less damage. Alright, that's I think that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.